In this video today, I'm going to do a little recap of 2025, focus mostly on photography since I haven't done one of these in a couple of years. So my year started off with fireworks in Costa Rica on the beach. And even though I'm not really a big fireworks fan because I think they're terrible for wildlife, Costa Rica really knows how to do fireworks, let me tell you, especially in the Osa Peninsula. It was pretty awesome. But anyway, um, the year started off really good. I got my favorite all-time Scarlet Macaw shot. One of the few birds I like photographing from behind because they have more colors on the back, and this was nice to get one bird coming into the nest and one on top of it. The next shot was a resplendent quetzal. This was actually taken before sunrise at 32,000 ISO. It was a miracle that it came out. Luckily, the Canon R1 is really good at high ISO. So moving on, after Costa Rica, I co-hosted a Peregrine Falcon trip that I've been doing for several years now. This year was probably the most challenging ever. The temperatures were just ridiculously cold in New Jersey, and the falcons really weren't that active this year. It was really frustrating, but I did get a nice screech owl shot, so that was a nice bonus. Moving on to warmer temperatures, after that, I followed up with my I did a private photo tour in Florida with a couple that I took out. So during the scouting, I actually got one of my favorite photos of the year. This was a blue jay that was harassing a burrowing owl up in a tree. Once again, I attribute this to the Canon R1, the pre-capture, and 40 frames a second was a lifesaver here, enabling me to get this shot. And here's just a couple other random ones from the trip. So this year, hands down, was my best year for barred owls. I got the most mossy, dreamy shots you could ever imagine. And I really like this other shot of a barred owl that was hunting a squirrel here. I like that the squirrel's out of focus, but the owl is in focus. This shot, I intentionally blurred the wings. I was shooting really slow. I was trying to do some panning stuff. I didn't expect to get the takeoff shots, but it worked out. So after that, I headed up to Maine. Every year, I head up there to photograph loons. People often ask me how I get so close to the loons, and this is how they come to you. When an animal's comfortable with you, it's a whole different scenario. I'm not used to this, especially with animals with babies, but with these loons in particular, my friend Ray Yeager and I are out there. Well, he's out there almost every day. I'm there every day when I'm up there, and they're very habituated to us, and they actually come close to us, especially when the eagles are around, which is cool. And this year, again, I did take a lot of photos, but they're pretty typical loon photos, so I'm not going to share too many of them. But the exciting thing for me was that my photo and my name was on the Acadia National Park Pass this year, so I was super honored for that. Okay, after that, it was off to Costa Rica, to Copa de Arbol, which is the nicest place I've ever stayed, hands down, in Costa Rica. It's an absolutely amazing rainforest resort, very remote to get to. You have to go by small plane, transfer to a van that takes you to a boat, and then they drop you on the beach here and you actually get off through the waves. But what an unbelievable experience. And my favorite part of the trip was we took a boat out about 13 miles, I think it was, to an island, and we dove down with some sea turtles here. This was a dream come true for me. I've always wanted to swim with sea turtles. I've never gotten to do it in the past, and there were just sea turtles everywhere. It was so cool. And we really lucked out because the water conditions the visibility was just crystal clear, as you could see. Our guide even had mentioned he didn't bring his camera because it was not supposed to be that way, so we lucked out there. One of the biggest surprises for me this year was just how much fun I would have photographing crabs. Never would I expect crab photos to make it into a best of type video for me. But these little ghost crabs on the beach, again at Copa de Arbol in Costa Rica, they were so cool to watch. They filter their food through the sand, so they leave these little balls everywhere, and it looks like art pieces. But they're the coolest looking crabs. I like their eyes. Their eyes rotate 360 degrees so they can see all around you. They're very skittish. It was a challenge to get a lot of these shots, but it was a lot of fun. And one of the days we took a boat trip up the Sierpe River, and I got this shot of a squirrel monkey with a baby sleeping on her back. Okay, so quick, just one little honor again for me. Personal achievement was my photo is on a Frontier plane on the tail, so that was pretty cool. I found that out this year. All right, next it was off to Africa. Absolutely insane, epic week for migration crossings. It was just one after another after another. Never in a million years would I expect that we would even not get bored, but we would just drive away from wildebeest crossings to go try to find something else. Just insanely epic week. So many cool sightings here. So one of my favorite photos from this trip is something that I've been after too for quite a while, and that was under the guidance of the Maasai tribe when we were on their private land. And you can't see it in this photo, but there was a couple of rangers off screen that monitor this whole situation. I was able to photograph Craig, the largest remaining tusker in Amboseli National Park. Pretty famous. It was a chaotic 15 minutes or so, but that's all you really get. But it was an experience I'll never forget for the rest of my life. So once again, tons of migration photos. This is a very difficult thing to photograph because you're always making compromises. You're having to cut lines of wildebeest somewhere. I usually take video, but anyway. Besides the wildebeest, again, back to elephants. I did get a lot of elephant shots here, especially with Mount Kilimanjaro in the background. That's always, one of the goal shots that I think anybody that goes to Amboseli tries to get. And we had one afternoon where it was clear, so that was exciting. And I got so many photos on this trip. In fact, I haven't even finished editing this trip yet. There was just so many great shots. I had to really cut a lot of them out of this just to keep this as short as I possibly can here. But yeah, epic trip. It was really, really good. All right, next it was on to my bear photo workshop that I run in Katmai, where we walk with bears fishing. I've been doing this for a couple years now. Love this trip. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be offering it in the future just because I'm transitioning to some other things now. But this year, like always, was really good. We got a lot of bears fishing. The highlight of the trip was there was still a lot of activity late in the season at Brooks Falls, which is very unusual for this location for this time of year, to see so many bears still here fishing. But we got some really cool shots here. One of my favorite shots was this bear and this fish. They almost look like they're having a staring contest. I think this salmon surprised the bear. He never even opened his mouth to try to catch this one. And this photo makes me laugh too because this was a miss. Again, the bear did not catch this fish, even though it jumped right in its mouth. So a lucky salmon, at least on this pass, got away. And a few other shots that I got that I liked. Another trip I haven't even barely edited yet. Been pretty busy this year, so. But the most special sighting during that trip, even though it was a very, very brief encounter, we did see a wolf. That was just icing on the cake. Super, super cool to see a wolf there. All right, next it was on to Brazil. I'm now offering Pantanal, Jaguar, and so much more photo safaris down there. As of making this video, there is still one room open that can accommodate either a single or two guests sharing a room, whether a couple or two single guests that just want to share a room. We can do separate beds. And if that fills in the meantime, I will be offering this going forward, hopefully, continuing every year, because never in a million years would I think anything could compete with just how epic Africa is. But holy cow, does the Pantanal deliver. This place is off the charts amazing. So much diversity here. But the number one shot and my favorite shot of the year was this jaguar kill on a huge caiman. I was in shock. I couldn't believe that it came together. All the elements came together that you need, a caiman in the open, jaguar hunting successfully, facing us. Just insane. But just, again, the amount of diversity that's here, I could make this video 10 minutes just on that. In fact, I have a separate video on the Pantanal if you're interested in that. But lots of cool stuff here to see. I'm super excited about going back here in 2026. Really looking forward to this. So hopefully you could join me or, going forward in future trips. So last trip of the year, I went back to Costa Rica for the third time this year. And this trip was dedicated to testing out the new Nikon ZR cinema camera. So even though it was more of a video heavy trip, I still did manage to get a whole bunch of pretty good photographs, in my opinion. A lot of photos I liked, a couple with that camera, like this Toucan and this Eyelash Viper. The rest with my Canon stuff. I did bring all my Canon photography stuff. So yeah, it was actually a very productive trip, despite, again, for photography, despite, like I said, it was designed just to test the Nikon camera, but yeah, worked out pretty well. So I'm just going to end the video just with a couple more personal achievements that I was really psyched about. Some of my videos were in the Wildcrats episodes. I had a bunch of moose and elk clips in there. Here's just a couple of them. I also shot for the Netflix series Nightmares of Nature, both season 1 and 2. They're both out now on Netflix. I had a pretty large chunk of footage in this one. Actually, my most to date for any major production. So I worked closely with the production team during all of this, so that was nice. Also, this National Geographic episode, I think it's called Our National Parks or something like that, about the Everglades, had some egret stuff. A David Attenborough series, BBC, called The Secret World of Sound, where I shot some elk clips here. This elk bugling, for example, is one of them. And lastly, for the Amazon Prime series, Eli Manning Presents The Undercovers, the Justin Jefferson episode. A lot of my footage, along with my friend Ray Yeagers, is in here. So yeah, definitely a very productive year, I think, as you can tell. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I super appreciate you watching it. Links below if you want to sign up for a workshop. Or again, thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.